Hello there, Lisa Fitzgibbon here from Project 7 and welcome to our check-in service. So this is where we're going to hook up with our previous headline producers and our alumni from all around the world. We're going to find out where you are, what you're doing, what you're working on, how you're doing it, that kind of thing. Anyone who's been to one of our Project 7 events knows what an intensely challenging and rewarding week it can be, where forever friendships are made and creative connections that last are created. And this is the check-in service. So we're going to try and put everyone together so we can hook you up with your Project 7 kin.
And today we're checking in with singer, songwriter, musician, actor, storyteller, poet, and Project 7 alumni, Will Cox. Will has joined us at several songwriting retreats, and his long-awaited debut album, released earlier this year, is a testimony to the power of our Project 7 community. Many artists that Will met and worked with at Project 7 travelled far and wide to join him to record A Darkling Shore. Will's music is described as a neo-classical homage to a number of musical styles, from hard rock to blues, soul to punk, pastoral folk to classical romanticism. Will had an adventurous, bruise-kneed kind of childhood in the rolling Scottish lowlands. His father a geologist, mother a botanist. He grew up in a home filled with nature, music and the love of the great outdoors. His family moved to Oxford, England at the age of 8, and it was at art college when he joined his first band. He then trained as an actor at Mount View Drama College in London and pursued a career on the stage. During this time, Will played his guitar, he trained as a carpenter, and he worked on building sites for 20 years whilst raising a family and writing a body of work that stretches the length and the breadth of his life's journey.
Hello, Will. It's Fitz checking in. How are you?
Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. Hi.
Yeah.
Very well. Yeah.
Good. You're looking
Smoker's cough, but I use Vocalzone.
So tell me, where are you? Where are you right now, Will?
I am in Herne Hill, in about 150 yards from Brockwell Park, Lido, in a small 1960s ex-council house with my son Max, my daughter Tallulah, and my middle son Dexter.
And
they've
your
taken the 2 dogs.
Doris.
Yeah, they've taken the 2 dogs under heavy manners not to return for the next 40 minutes. So it's all quiet.
Tell us a little bit about what you're working on at the moment, Will, in this sort of unreal environment where you're locked in.
Well, I've been writing a novel for the last 3 weeks now, a thriller. It didn't start as a novel. I was writing a monologue for a radio phone-in about a man's last few minutes, and it turned into a book. And I got preoccupied by it because it's very exotic and international and glamorous, and I'm stuck in a aforementioned 3-bedroom cancer house in Herne Hill. And so I'm travelling in my mind. It's very escapist, and it's fun. There's been very little music. I mean, I've been listening to music a lot, but not actually writing anything or playing anything. And I've been preoccupied with the world of words at the moment. Words.
Because those of us who know you through Project 7 know that you're not just a songwriter or a poet. You're also an actor and
Yes.
a carpenter and all sorts of things, really. I mean, how do you find time to put all the different creative pieces of Will Cox together?
It's been the theme, I think, probably of the last 35 years of my life will be that, which is that you become a plate spinner of all the things you like to do. But what happens is, of course, you end up with all these plates everywhere, and you're not spinning any one of them to its best, if you like. So what I've done the last 6 months is I've just taken one of these plates and let the others hit the floor. Because it was my music and my song, which I've carried with me for so long and means so much to me, that they had to come out.
I'm glad they did.
Yeah, well, thanks. I'm glad you were there.
Well, listen, let's talk about your album then, A Darkling Shore.
Yeah.
So why did it take so long?
That suggests that the songwriting process itself is a long-winded one. It's not. You know, I've sometimes rung you. You know this. I've sometimes rung you 11 in the morning, and I've written a song from when I woke up, and it's complete, or largely complete. Yeah, mine is middle eight. Other songs take a long time to tweak, but the retaining of songs that punctuate your life, I think, as you grow up, some of those fall away and you lose them, like friends or family. But others, you hold your faith in, and you carry those songs with you because they still mean something. Or perhaps they don't even mean what they meant when you first wrote them. Like Rachel, perhaps. You know, the last song on the album, where I was just speculating about a future world.
So tell us about Philomel. What's that journey about? What's that story?
Philomel is confessorial, I suppose. I'm confessing to a dependency in the song. But I want to suggest the sweet retreat of that dependency and how cushioning it is. But also in that is the sort of danger of introspection and long-term disappearance from life. So I want it to be restful and beautiful, but also sad and self-knowing, self-referential. And I guess it's the most private access I give to any listener.
You do get that when you're listening to it. The song wraps around you, and the way that the strings are arranged and the sensitivity of the production on that song really gives access to that.
Thanks, Lisa. And you were there all the way through from the very beginning, from the little glassy, slidey guitar that I showed you, and sent you a little audio file on my phone, recorded here, actually, in this living room. You know, I've got an idea. And it's just 3 chords hummed, or I don't even have. I can't remember how nascent the idea was I first sent. I'm a mood swing guy. I can be happy halfway up the steps, and by the time I hit the landing, something's happened. And I allow the album to show those kind of polar shifts that I experience. So people say, why are there so many styles on the album? And I just say that it's only as complicated as me.
And do you find that channeling music and creativity, because you're a poet as well, does that help with these shifts of mood and swings?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Darks and lights and shades and...
Yeah. Funnily enough, yes, because the lyrical word belongs in all 3 genres. So sometimes I generally know when I'm writing the words to a song, or when I'm writing a poem, or when I'm writing a monologue, or when I'm creating a character for a radio phone-in, or, you know, I know when I'm doing that, but occasionally one bleeds into the other. And for instance, a character like Malky Breck, who started off as a one-off character for a phone-in and now has a body of work behind it with poetry.
So give us a little taster of this Malky Breck caricature. Come on, give us a little taste.
Well, he always concludes what he's saying with something very simple, and that is this: my name is Malky Breck, and my work's true. And being a person like that, which I'm patently not, allows me access to a kind of machismo that I'm afraid of, and I love to indulge in writing, as if this bruiser has a real soul in it, a sadness, but it comes out only through its emotionally retarded edges.
You're the perfect Project 7 artist, really, because you've been to several of our retreats, and for your album you've pulled together a lot of people that you've worked with and that you met at Project 7. Tell me, what made you decide to come to the songwriting retreat in the first place? What was the decision to come?
Well, to be with friends. You and Nick Moran, you know, we go way, way back, and you were both doing it, and you said it'd be perfect for you. So I thought, yes. And also, that was my 22nd year, I think, 21st year in the construction industry. 10 of the last 10 being in a high-vis jacket and a half. Nearly 8 years. I needed to get out. And you both knew I needed to get out. Or at least get out for a bit. Come for a week. So then you arrive with your little black box and your guitar, and you meet people from all over the world, and you meet people like you, and you meet people nothing like you. But what you all do is you've got to make music together, and you find out so much about yourself and about other people, and it stretches you without you knowing it sometimes. That's brilliant. You don't realise until the day after, when you replay the day you've just spent, where you've knocked out a song in its entirety with people you've never worked with before, with no idea what that song is going to be, even thematically, but the moment you meet them.
I think sometimes as well you realise a month later or a year later. I mean, there's things that I've learned in the sessions that I use that now on my production and my own songwriting work. I think that's what collaboration brings to me. That's the gift that it's brought to me. How do you motivate yourself creatively? How do you get up in the morning and think, I'm going to do this today, and push through that barrier into your creativity? How do you motivate yourself?
Well, I think it's a CBT thing, by repetition. If I make myself now, okay, so 3 weeks ago when I started writing my novel, I had to make myself get up at 6:30 in the morning. I had to make myself sit. I wrote the first 10 pages on my phone, and then I had to sit down and learn to type. And my son had to show me how to write documents on the laptop. I kid you not. Anyway, I'm better now. I'm a geek. Look, I'm a geek.
You look like a geek,
yeah. I do look like a geek. A geek, yeah, geek with a sword.
Or 3 swords by the looks.
Yeah.
Okay, right, I'm going to ask you some quick questions. You have to say one or t'other. Okay, here we go. Dog or cat?
Dog.
Audi or Alpha?
Alpha.
Beatles or Stones?
Beatles.
Muddy Waters or Robert Johnson?
Robert Johnson.
Okay, Milton or Keats?
Milton.
Ooh, Scotland or Italy?
Oh, Scotland. Anyway, ask another country with Scotland.
I know, I thought I'd just throw that in there for you. Okay, cricket or football?
Football.
Oh,
I was a football coach for 5 years.
Were you?
Yeah, in the Chandridge League in South London now.
Oh, soccer, isn't it? Okay, last one.
I'm a better cricketer than I am a footballer. I can bowl. I cannot bat. Please don't throw that thing at me. No.
Not at my head.
And I can't really play. I'm not really much of it. I've got a good footballing brain, but I don't have the hand-eye. I can fence. For some reason, that's not like hand-eye. That's something else. That's animal.
Is it? Okay, I'll take your word for that. And wine or whiskey?
What time of day is it? That's a really, really unreasonable question. Come along.
If you were to take one with you on a desert island, which would it be?
Oh, okay, on a desert island, whiskey.
Whiskey. Okay, well, brilliant.
It would be a bottle of Jura or a bottle of Macallan, depending on whether I'm thinking of my father or myself.
Oh, you're a star, Will. Thank you from all the Project 7 family. We wish you every success for your album.
Lisa,
thanks for checking in.
I would love, personally, to thank Project 7. Because you guys have backed me. And also, in Project 7, it gives you the opportunity, when you meet that flute player from Quebec, say, we must work together. Or that singer from Sweden. Look, I'm doing something in a few months.
And you did it.
We must work together sometime. And the thing to do is, excuse me, doing it.
Yes.
Thanks.
Lovely. Love you, Will. Take care. Speak to you soon.
Love you too, hon. See ya. Bye.
For more info and to apply to one of our Project 7 songwriting retreats, visit us at project7.com.